All right, everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the Tuesday night tea time with the dragon, and we got our teapot ready to rock and roll. Oh crap! Well, we screwed up, guys. We screwed up. Damn it! We already screwed up. We don't have our tea mug, so crap. We had it. Well, that throws a wrench in everything. But today we are going to have Windsor Castle tea. I have this beautiful black tea that's really good. It's kind of like a combination of the breakfasts. You know, you have your English breakfast, but I think there's one called Royal Breakfast that has it all. But this stuff is pretty potent, very good. I'm only going to use a little bit tonight for our tea, as just a little bit goes a very long way. So we'll have to go run and get our teacup in just a second. But I wanted to get everybody situated because, well, we got a hell of a show today, if I remembered right. I just got home, so yeah, that was not my intention to be this late, but no. Got a lot to unpack. So how's everybody doing? Hope you guys are having a good Tuesday. I hope you're ready for Wednesday, which hopefully is hump day for everybody, and then you are closer and closer to that sweet Friday that everybody knows and loves so much of. It's a wild time, I'll tell you that right now. Yep, giggity hump day. Ain't that right, Ram? It's all about the hump day. It's all about that hump day. No trouble. Okay. Well, give me 1 second. Let me go get my teacup because infinitely I already screwed up. So 1 second. Hey, at least this high def camera works nice. I love it. This was the best investment we did for the show, but we do have mics and other stuff coming. 1 second. All right, so, and thank you, Ram. I appreciate that. I mean, yes, I'm really appreciative of the camera. You know, it helps out a lot. But I think next year, depending how my heart takes it next year, definitely, hopefully, I'll have some money saved up to do what I would love to do and go probably get this fixed. I have never. So one thing, kind of funny, kind of sad, depending on which way you want to take it. When I was younger, never did go to the dentist. So I know some people are like, oh my God, what's wrong with your face? So never went to the dentist, never afforded it. I'd like to get some braces, get my wisdom teeth pulled, and I imagine they're going to have to break my jaw at some point and realign. So it doesn't look like I had a stroke, which sucks, but you know, you just take the good with the bad in life. That's the one thing that I have learned. It's a sour deal. It's a shitty deal, but you know, you figure out what you're going to do in life and how you're going to solve one problem or the next, and sometimes it's one giant clusterfuck. Sometimes it's one big headache, and I don't know. It's I've learned with the situation I've got right now with my leg and my heart that can't take life too much for granted. And welcome, guys. Welcome viewers that are just now tuning in. We are live on X, Twitch, and YouTube. No shorts tonight because I'm trying something a little different here. So definitely smash that like button if you haven't yet. I do need to get one that says Kai Dragon Media, not the gardening channel, but it still works for all intents and purposes. The Windsor tea is kick-ass today. I need to get some more that cherry cola from the Dragon's Treasure. So shout out to the tea man if he's there. I went to go buy some more from him. And so I guess we'll start off with just some fun things. People can't act like adults. And somebody's going to say, no, well, yeah, that's true. Today, I was at work and got told, well, there's been some complaints, you're wearing shorts and not looking professional anymore because, I try to keep the leg with the wound on it from being irritated or anything, and it's slowly healing, and it's like, okay. So I was pissed off about that. I was just like, God, I wish this YouTube channel was like huge. That way today would have been one of those days I probably would have said, this is bullshit. Peace. Now, I don't know why NVIDIA's broadcast is acting stupid, like making half my body disappear. So that was weird. Maybe it's the mic. Oh, so speaking of which, just to let you guys know, I am changing things up. There will be a new mic and everything. I'm hopefully getting set up maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I'm going to the gym. Then I got to stream tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Got the equipment here. I've got my new chair. Time is of the essence now to get everything done. So we'll see what we can do. I want to, like I said, continue to improve the show. That was my gift, is to continue to improve sound quality, everything. We've got a new soundboard. We've got all sorts of cool shit coming. In fact, I have it all set up here. This is our new featured mic that we'll be using. Of course, if it doesn't green screen of death. Why the hell is it green screen? Well, it's because there's green in it probably, but yeah, it's a Shure mic. There it is, right there. It's NVIDIA broadcast is pissing me off today. I also want to improve behind the wall here. I want to get some stuff up here and some shelves and kind of get all that situated. Oh, it is hilarious. I mean, I'm just working on with freaking technology the best I can on some of this crap. It's like, oh, God damn it, why are you doing this to me? But I don't know. I guess I kind of deserve that some way, somehow, maybe. I don't know. It's something. That's to give you something, all right. So I've been following some interesting things on X lately. And so guess we're going to talk today about grifting and the grifters. Normally, I don't normally talk about this stuff as much as I think about it, but one of the problems we got with the good old grifters nowadays is, they've sold themselves on a bill of goods for the last 6-7 years. They've grew their channels. I've watched some of these channels that had almost nothing explode into the point they have like 30,000 subscribers, 100,000, and pretty much all they do is spew hatred about games, and it's always so negative Nancy. There's nothing positive. It's just drama sells and all that shit. Well, now they're claiming victory. All the DEI slowly phasing away, and all the quote-unquote woke, which not everything is woke. It's shitty writing. There's a thing called If you're just piss poor at writing, you're piss poor at writing. There's nothing you can do about that. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. It's just facts. Sorry, facts hurt your feelings. But the thing about it is, I've been noticing that now that the pendulum is shifting. So first of all, we had like Stellar Blade. That was a big issue. Oh, we got to make them less pretty, less sexy, all this stuff. Let's just say that. And a bunch of the anti quote unquote grifter woke mob goes, oh my god, you can't grift it, you can't grift it, oh my god, you can't. So what are they doing now? So now they say, oh yeah, we won the war, blah blah blah, which they really didn't win shit. It's still you're still gonna have it no matter what. Stop pretending that you've won anything. It's this whole culture war is absolutely fucking stupid. I mean, you got a lot still going on. You still got things. But now, for us normies that have to deal with this shit because we just like enjoying games and stuff, now we have, oh, well, we can't have sexy characters now because, you know, sexy characters is bad. Porn is bad. All this is bad. Oh, we got to censor it now, just like they were doing on the other side. And I'm like, okay, so the grifters have really started to show their true colors, and I'm thinking to myself, holy crap, come on, guys. The whole idea of censorship has got to stop. It's just got to stop. I mean, it's like, come on, guys. The rest of us are tired of having to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, arguing about it. I mean, and it's so infuriating because, oh, wow, that's funny. My new glasses reflect too much. I can see right through it. That's funny as shit. I'd figure out how to fix that too. Lovely. Anyway, it's stupid because here's the thing with it. Yes, I did get new glasses. We're always constantly in this war that us normal people that just want to enjoy games, have fun, and do fun things are having to sit there and argue all the damn time with people on both sides of the pendulum that want to censor one form or another, and it gets really cumbersome. And these grifters that have been grifting for all this time then turn around and say, oh yeah, we gotta censor. It's like, come on, guys, the grift needs to stop. I mean, yes, I would love to be a grifter too sometimes, but the shitty thing about it is, how about we just not censor anything? How about we stop worrying about that? And I'm a firm believer, if the game sucks, let the companies pay for it. You know, if Dustborn sucks, let them pay for it. If, you know, Concord sucks, let Sony massively pay for it. I mean, people have forgotten that stuff. And it's so fucking irritating that we're at this point where it's just, let the consumer drive the product at this point. We always have to have some mouthpiece that says, oh, it's horrible, got censor. And Ivan, you're absolutely correct. You said, I mean, look behind the Game Award. It's being rigged from the start. Yeah, I posted that meme on X quite a bit lately. The game's rigged from the start. Fallout New Vegas, the best one out there. And we all knew Wukong, Stellar Blade, Space Marine 2, Helldivers 2, Power Worlds are fun and should be on the list of Game Awards. Yeah, the Game Awards was really stupid. I looked at that and I thought to myself, man, there. So IGN has a game list awards too. Veilguard is on that. Veilguard as Game of the Year. I was like, yeah, no. So, but my whole argument with it is, we always seem to have this where one side or another is always trying to censor, and I absolutely love censorship. I absolutely hate it. I think you should play the game you want, but I also don't like political ideology being thrown in your face. And Mike says, what are we paying for? Censorship is bad. And Ivan says, people forgetting how to make entertainment games like Ubisoft. 2 studios shut down, more than 150 talented let go, and Ubisoft is getting... That we're going to talk about. That we're going to talk about. Because I saw this, and I freaking called it. You're going to love this. By the way, the new mic's going to be a different direction, so you're not going to see it. So, here, as of October, and last I heard that this may be going through. Let me find it. Now, this is a little bit older article, but, you know, we'll roll with it here. Let me roll to intermission here. And let me run this capture here. Because I can't do it at the same time as Streamlabs, because, you know, Streamlabs sucks sometimes. But here we go. Ubisoft has a little choice in potential Tencent acquisition. Congratulations, the CCP will now own Ubisoft. But there was a discussion on X that I thought was interesting the other day, that it's interesting how the Western games is going completely to shit. But then you got games like Wukong that's completely owned from a Chinese company in China, and it's a blockbuster hit. And it seems like more and more games coming directly from China have went back to the roots of what people have forgotten, which was good games is all people give a shit about. They don't care about all the other things. We used to, you know, think about it this way. Link is Link. Super Mario is Mario. Samus is Samus. And guess what? They're characters. They're characters that have their own unique storyline, world, whatever the case may be, right? We don't see ourselves as that character. We see ourselves playing as that character, as something that we are not. So, when you look at the overall thing here, Ubisoft has denied reports Tencent's concerned about a French publisher, and unexpected SaaS decree delay amid poor sales of Star Wars Outlaws has plummeted Ubisoft stock at an all-time low. Yes, I'm kind of talking fast, but Tencent already has a stake in the company and is top earner in games, while Ubisoft's workforce remains unsustainably huge. So, this was on The Variety by Kare Erickson, October 14th. So, yeah, I said that too damn fast, but you know what? That's okay. Fuck it. And Ivan says, great, CCP owns Tencent, Tencent sabotages these game woke studios to let them be woke and into bankruptcy, and then Tencent come in and buy it when the company don't do well and own the IPs. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I mean, it's stupid. Basically, this is corrupt these companies, let them collapse, then act confused and surprised when nobody buys the crappy products. Then here comes Tencent. They come around, buy the game company, own all the IPs, turn around and make it fantastic. And guess what? They have bangers of games and they make a fortune. That is what's happening. I'm not surprised either. I see Ubisoft. I see other games in the future, or companies go in this direction. I mean, you could see BioWare dissolving entirely after the Dragon Guard thing. I mean, you just don't know. And it'll be very interesting to see what's going to come of this. Good or bad. I mean, but here's the thing. Every game company in this country, or in the West in general, Europe as well, has potential to make great games, make games that are number one. It's the lack of direction. It's the lack of vision. It's the lack of effort, knowledge, passion. That is something that has been, I think, desperately hurting in general, everything. I don't know if there's a solution. I don't know if there's even a freaking fix to it, to be honest. It's one of those things that I'm like, well, we've hit this part. And then it goes back to, okay, so we don't support these games because they're quote unquote woke. Then turns around, okay, they make games the way we want it to be. And then the other side says, oh, it's too sexy, it's too good, it's too blah, blah, blah. And here we go again. And, he said he wants to come on camera. So this is my buddy, Charlie. He is, he loves being on camera. Ain't that right, buddy? Yeah, being on camera. Yep. He's such a good boy. Except occasionally the camera thinks he needs to be green screened. Do you need to be green screened? But yes, you're absolutely correct, Ivan. EA has definitely ruined lots of IPs because of their greed. Game sales don't meet the requirements and the whole DID and wokeness. Yeah, I mean, but the thing about it is there's such thing as just bad games too. Bad game design, bad game stories. It's not always everything that you think. And I think there's a combination. And let me shut my door. He opened the office door real fast, and then we'll continue. I didn't think he was going to bust the door open. Well, you're never going to see the golden days of Red Alert, Command and Conquer, Dead Space, any of that. That's a given thing, Ivan. I mean, let's be honest here. You're not going to see that like those days. That ship has long sailed. I mean, I don't think that's going to change. I don't think that's going to change one damn bit. And it tells me, though, we're in a long storm, guys. And let me tell you something about the grifters. You gotta be careful of the grifters, because the grifters can be just as bad as the others. I mean, I see a lot of people. There's a lot of infighting going on amongst all the grifters right now. I mean, I saw one VTuber state how they wanted to change the gaming industry and add more religion and wholesome, quote unquote, Christian values into it. And I'm quoting here. And I'm like, but here's the problem. You can make your niche game if you want. That's fine. There's another wrong with it. Just don't be mad if it don't sell. Because I don't think people want to be force-fed religion either. I think a lot of people want to play the game. Now, if you want to make a game where there's some religion in it, there's ways to do it to make it actually exciting and make it interesting without all the force feeding. But I think that's too is the problem. Everything's done by tact. And if you don't have tact, that's going to be your biggest problem. And it's pretty damn concerning. It really is. And I don't know what direction we're going to go at this time, but my advice is always be vigilant when you purchase games or you see what's going on behind the scenes. Because, I don't think everything's all said and done. It's like Kirshi Vistal was telling people, all these people are dismantling their agencies and all that, the whole DEI, all that. No, they're not. She's 100% correct. They're just moving it somewhere else. You're going to see that. But you're also going to see the grifters still capitalizing off everything. You're still going to see them trying to sway and say, oh, well, yeah. Okay, now that I think we won, now we don't want beautiful ladies in there because, oh my God, it's horrible. It's stupid. It says 3A games are done in modern days. Just pay attention to indie games or decent gotcha games, I guess. Yeah, sadly, that's where we're at. Indie is where to go. I mean, I've got my Warcraft 3 review finally, it's fully written, done. Converting that to the video, so I'm hopefully dropping that. I also finished my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 1, which is an indie game. Shout out to Super Evil Megacorp. And I have 2 other games that I have right now that are set up. That I got reviews on. Hopefully get some more interviews for VTubers, creators, and stuff out there. I'm trying to add more news and stuff to it, so we're going to see what happens. But here's the thing, Ivan. We have to be careful of what we, say, even indie developers. Sometimes indie developers don't do what they should. I mean, I've had my beef with the Fun Pimps, for example, which has nothing to do with any ideology. It just has to do with, I'm not happy with how they have managed their company, especially with now, okay, we've screwed up for so long, screwed off for 10 years. We gotta go ahead and say it's done, but we've got this huge roadmap that we're not going to commit to it hardly. Oh, by the way, we're also working on a brand new game, so that's why we're just trying to raise capital for it, which is pretty much almost the same thing, except it's a PvP game. Yeah. Okay. Cool. It's one of those things that just makes you go, I'm pulling up the other thing that we were going to talk about. God, we got so much to talk about today. I got to figure out the next step. How's it going over in Xland? I see several people over in X hanging out. I hope you guys are doing good. Definitely hop on over to YouTube if you haven't yet. Consider subscribing. Definitely helps out the channel there. And we are going to go to my replies because I had bookmarked quite a few things today. And I gotta find it because it was very interesting. Also, I've seen a lot of people do very well this year, on Twitch, YouTube, and stuff. So there's still a lot of hope out there. I know we did not meet our 5,000 subs this year. Well, if we hopefully can change that, maybe 10,000 next year. Still gonna go for the gusto and try to hit 2, but so my first one that I absolutely freaking thought was hilarious, and we're gonna go to this one here. So this is IGN's Game Awards for Best Live Service nominees. Can you see what's wrong with this picture? Right off the top of your head. Just curious. And yes, you can see who's live. I'm not gonna bother changing that. Yes, you can see it. that pesky wabbit is live. Okay, so if you guys haven't figured it out yet, best live service game nominees. Stardew and Palworld are not best live service game nominees. And this came from IGN themselves. This is IGN's own personal awards. They're not live services. Fortnite is. FF14 is. Diablo could kind of, sort of, because of their cash shop and their constant changes with their league, be considered that. I saw this and I was like, well, sorry kids, IGN has no fucking clue what they're talking about. In fact, it was hilarious because Bucky, Palworld, was confused, and I was laughing about this earlier, so let me pull this here. What definition of live server are we going with there, IGN? So this is their community relations at Palworld, and he was absolutely confused he's like, what the hell's going on here? And I to myself, I thought, man, okay, this is ridiculous. What the hell's going on here? And then he decides to link what a game service is. And pretty much it's a game as a way to monetize video games, either after sale or a free to play model. Well, Fortnite does that. Diablo 4 constantly adds cash shop shit, so I guess it could be considered that. Stardew and Palworld don't do that. And then let's see, there is another one here. Let me switch back till we get to it. IGN, I've always said that we need to replace IGN really badly with a better gaming journalist, because IGN has no clue what the hell they're doing. And I think, in my opinion, that it's got to change. So here we go. This one was my favorite one today so far. You're gonna love this. All right, so best IGN, best nominees for best RPG of 2024: Dragon's Dogma, FF7 Rebirth, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, which I don't really think Like a Dragon is an RPG. Maybe. Not sure what Unicorn Overlord is. I've heard Metaphor, but Dragon Age the Veilguard. That game is best RPG nominee. I was like, well, I guess since the Game Awards didn't have anything with Veilguard, they had to throw their own version of the game. Like, this is sad. This is so sad. So I saw that and just, I couldn't help but laugh about this whole nightmare. Let me... And then, of course, I had to respond with, truth is, the game was rigged from the start. Best freaking quote ever. I'm just saying. Let me switch out of here. You didn't need to see Jabba's big. You're probably blinded now. Let's see. What was the other one? I had a bookmark at this one. Let's see. Oh, also, did you know that there is a new Narnia movie coming out, set to begin filming July 2025? So they're doing a Narnia reboot, and it's all about rock and roll. Yeah, I saw that. I'm just like, yep, we are absolutely hosed now. We're just absolutely hosed now. If that's the case, yeah, it's like, no. And then let's see. I'm trying to find that one. Where the hell's it at? There it is. Gotta find. This is the quote tweet that I was talking about. This is a tweet I was talking about earlier. I'm just trying to go to my bookmarks to find it. Let's see if this is it. Okay, so this was an interesting take that I really don't necessarily disagree with Madame Savvy. So we're pulling this up here, and so Savvy wrote, "Someone's inability to control themselves is not my damn problem. It's always a red flag. For further issues, an entire industry does not need to change to cater to the mentally imbalanced or be their imbalance caused by something they cannot control or not. Just children do not belong on the internet anymore, given how they the calls for censorship to revolve making children safe in some instances. So too, this is very much so not my problem." So you're basically looking at both sides. You got one pendulum here, you got this pendulum here, that are always these two forces grifting, fighting, and carrying on. And, you know, so she continues, "Here you think a woman in a DJ style swimsuit is worth policing, go take it up with Brazil. I'm interested in the list to you when you want to police their beaches," and talks about removing temptation. And the answer to the market is not restriction, but addition. Create more, create what you want to see. 99% of the games don't have Brazilian beach sim in mind, but the ones that do should be allowed to exist. Spare me the moral grandstanding on a woman's ass, but every single one of you lot completely ignore violence. Or are you going to tell me violence is offensive? So basically, and then she pretty much continues to carry it on forward. And I agreed with this because that is the problem with what we're going to have in the gaming industry now. You know, everybody, it's like, think of the children. Oh, well, you know, this. And both sides are constantly fighting back and forth. And that is what we're running into. And that's what we're going to see now. And I think probably in the next 4 years is, oh, well, now it's shifted this way. So now we're going to go back for censorship under think of the children. And that's always been the cop-out. Always been. It's the biggest political cop-out you could think of. And I was thinking, that is absolutely well said. I mean, I think the answer is to create more and create what you want. Just like I think you should be able to create what you want on the internet. If you want to create a talk show, create a talk show. If you want to create a talk show that, you know, talks about yoga, do it. If you want to create a talk show that talks about VTuber drama, go for it. If you want a talk show that just talks about a little bit of everything, go for it. There is, you know, it just should be the same with games. If you want to have anime waifus, go for it. If you want to have a game that's strictly about Bible study, go for it. Don't shove it down everybody else's throat and say you need to play it or else, or you're evil, or this is the way it should be. That's the big problem with a lot of the sides. So, and that's, I think, one of my biggest frustrations with a lot of this. And I hope we can just get back to fun games that, you know, let's be real, isn't owned by Tencent. Because I think they've absolutely screwed up. I think a lot of the big companies have screwed up, and I think you're going to have to hope for indie. But the problem is, a lot of indie games don't have the marketing power. Some of it's by content creators, but not all content creators are going to waste their time covering something. And it could be a good gem, but they're not going to see that. And that's going to be your biggest problem. Then we're going to talk a little bit about this other disaster. Now, granted, Well, since we're not having a Dragon Slayer this week, we are going to talk about another thing that happened. Itch.io got taken down, and we're going to go ahead and pull this up, because I thought this was absolutely freaking ridiculous. And let's grab this here. You know, there should be... I feel like copyright has become such a problem, especially... The US is really bad at copyright laws and the platforms and how they handle the copyright and things like that. Luckily, this wasn't a YouTube thing, so that's a positive thing. But we'll go over here to this. This is on VGC. The entire itch.io site has reportedly been taken down by Funko. And this is by Criscal. And the indie platform is blaming some trash AI-powered software used by the toy company. It was taken offline. It's blaming the toy manufacturer. According to the thread on its official X account, itch.io says the whole site was taking down what it calls a bogus phishing report. It alleges Funko was using brand protection software, which claims it used AI to flag a disputed page and filed a bogus report with itch.io's domain registrar. It then claims that the registrar brought down the entire site instead of checking to make sure itch.io had taken down the page in question. And so Brand Shield actually did come out and try to make justifications on it, saying, oh, well, they use their AI, blah, blah, blah. Don't really cut it. I don't think AI needs to be used when you're trying to file DMCA claims to strike down a whole site. And there was further a conversation on X that it looks like they may have flagged it as fraudulent website, which I think could get Brand Shield and Funko in legal matters, so we'll see. I wish I had a lawyer to talk to about this, because I think it'd be an interesting conversation to discuss the ramifications if you are somebody that false flags or commits fraudulent acts, which is pretty much what Brand Shield did. This is something that, from what I understand, most of it's back up, but yeah, this made a lot of people angry. And we'll go up to brand reports here. Let me switch back real fast, and I'll pull this back up. I think the whole thing with false striking needs to just stop. But as we get more and more used to this AI bullshit, we're going to run into the same problem over and over and over and over. There needs to be some way, in my opinion, to quash this type of garbage. But until we get this, until mainstream media, and laws change, I think it's going to take a while. I think that's going to be the problem. And as I said before, even though the site got taken down and, there's cause that we need to change copyright laws and all this stuff, can't really trust the politicians to do it. They're just going to side with whoever has the most money. I mean, if you think they're honest, well, I've got a tropical resort site in Missouri. That's just not the case, but I am looking for it here. All right, so this is Brand Shield trying to cover their ass from this disaster. It says, we want to address the recent reports surrounding a website takedown, and they start linking everything. Well, readers added context so they can see everything. Brand Shield serves as a trust partner to many brands. Our AI-driven platform detects potential threats and provides analysis. In this case, abuse was identified from an itch.io subdomain We identified a report of the infringement and requested to take down the URL, not the entire domain. The temporary takedown on the website was a decision made by the service providers, not by Brand Shield, so they're trying to cover their ass again. And Brand Shield remains committed to supporting our clients by identifying potential digital threats and infringements. We encourage platforms to implement stronger self-regulation systems that prevent such issues from escalating. How about you just don't use AI? How about you just don't use AI to just randomly flag people's stuff? How about you have a human being actually verify it? And so, of course, they hid so nobody could reply to them, because of course not. They're going to catch hell for this. But it depends on how they also filed it. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to play out. I mean, this is what I've been saying for a while now, that our copyright laws have just not been satisfactory, and that we are running into problems like this. And it's going to get worse. And especially with the AI now, with music and everything, and art and everything else, you're going to have a constant battleground over who owns what. And if you have AI that's automatically sniffing around, going through everything, says, and then automatically just sends a report, well, this company should be liable for it. It's their AI. They should have trained it better. So we'll see what happens. I'm very curious, but there was more, and I can't find it off the top of my head. I saw it today on X, but that was during lunchtime, and it had to do with that. It sounds like there was more to this story than what's being let on. If I can find more of that stuff, I'll definitely be covering it this Saturday with the Orcosaurus, because I know Orcosaurus is pissed, and he definitely wants to talk about this on Saturday. So we'll definitely save more of that. But yeah, other than that, it's been already an interesting week with some of the crazy stuff going on. The other stuff, you know, I feel like there's a lot out there right now that is overwhelming, especially Christmas time. It kind of gets rough, and I don't know what we're gonna really end up doing by the time this is all said and done. Who the hell knows anymore? I just want some peace and quiet. But, you know, there's another topic that I would love to talk about, but I have to choose words carefully. I've been seeing it all over X today, and people left X because of it. But apparently pissing off communities and stuff is something that seems to be the best choice nowadays. I don't know. It's an interest. X is an interesting beast in my opinion, because it not only is it great for reaching out to people, it's also finding the absolute fucking idiots in the planet on there, or people that just love and seeing. It's also a great source for popcorn, drama, everything else. So if you can handle toxicity, shit, grab a bucket of popcorn and go watch X. It's hilarious. I absolutely love it. Tomorrow, we're not in the show, by the way. We're just talking. Tomorrow we will still be doing Project Zomboid. I think it's getting closer to 9 Eastern. I had to change the time just to make sure I'm back in time. TFG Watt Mike says, no drama, curate that stuff to see only what you want. Yes, I have. I curate most of the politics. Now I just have grifters, wannabe grifters that think they're hot shit, and a few other things. It's absolutely hilarious, Mike. Just saying. Just say it. I mean, it's one of those things. Oh, and we do have the Weenie Roast on Thursday, the Game Awards. We do have that happening. So me, Orcosaurus, and TFG1 Mike will be criticizing the Game Awards. Orcosaurus didn't have it on his schedule, so either he forgot about it, he's not doing it this year, which I could swear he said he was, or he's doing it on my stream, which, okay, he wants to. I kind of thought we were dual streaming that, so I don't know what the hell's going on there. So there'll be more. Stay tuned on that. It may be one of those where it's just like, oh, hey, guess what? It's all on your show. I'm like, okay. I don't know. I need to work on a really cool thumbnail. And TMG1 Mike says, Orc was like, why is Mike here? He doesn't play games. I said I had opinions about games. We will figure it out. Yes, but is it the right opinions? I mean, Hello Kitty Island Adventure is probably not the right choice. Just teasing, Mike. Much love for you, buddy. Hey, I gotta get a little bit even on you since we're not doing a Dragon Slayer tomorrow. But you know what? That's okay. If it's our asshole like assholes everyone on, yeah, that's true. But you know, I guess that's one of those things that it's a big asshole. If I do Zombot, I'll do Contrage play. Well, that was my plan tomorrow. Just see how many zombies I can kill within 2 hours in Louisville. Oh yeah, you can't, because that's the reason why you're missing tomorrow, because you've got an appointment. Yeah. See, Mike? You is smart. You is very smart. You are schmert. Yep. You are smart. But, you know, it's a matter of trying to see how we can get things going. Now you're green. I have no idea why you're green. I have absolutely no idea why you're green. Oh, by the way, my chair finally came in. So, yeah. ChairCon is getting replaced, so you won't hear the rocking sound anymore in this old chair, which I am thankful for, because I hate when I move this chair, because I don't like you guys hearing all that damn sound effects. But, you know, that's a fun and long story too, Mike, of how I got this game, or got this chair. Got this game. What the fuck? Yeah, it was very short-lived. We definitely covered a lot of the topics today. It's an illegal download. But, you know, there's always something that you can think of and depend on when it comes to content creation. There's always some way, some form, some bullshit, some drama. That's always going to be out there. And while I'm not a drama content creator, I am still trying to be a journalist, news reporter, commentator, all that. So I'll be here for the ride, because damn, some of this shit's going to be funny. Also, I am planning on opening the Discord up a little bit more so people can come in. I need to take care of some things. Mike, if you're in the lair, you're going to run into drama and news. There is no escape. You'll never leave us. You'll never run away. You're stuck with us forever and ever and ever. Now, if you get some like drama twins that show up and say, "Come play with us," you may want to run. Yeah, you know what? Mike, you are the king of drama. Yes, I'm calling you out. You are the king. Hail to the king. So I didn't have as much news as I wanted to go over tonight. Partly because I thought I would be tired. And partly because we were going to jump into, first hour have a little bit of chat. Second half, probably jump into a game. Possibly we'll see. Truth be told, I am extremely exhausted tonight, and I want to get some videos done and upgraded. I did want to cover some news. I did talk about some news, so we got that done. But I'm also still tinkering with some of this chat settings too. I don't know if I like the chat thing here, but I'm going to mess this, see how I can make it better. Because if nobody's talked for a while, I'd like to have it fade away a little faster. Everything's a work in process, especially with the Streamlabs, so I gotta figure that stuff out. But a short stream tonight, guys, and appreciate the likes. Things have been kind of a little different, and sad part is, viewership is a little bit down. Actually, it's down quite a bit. So, it's a matter of trying to refocus, rebrand, trying to push more outward. So we'll see what we can do. I've got some ideas and plans. So, I want to break through my barrier right now and really take this show off to the next level. Working on some new props and some other things. So we do have that coming. Okay, I think I've covered everything. So no game tonight, I think. We're just going to call it here. Because, shit, I'm yawning. And I don't like yawning on stream. That tells me my body is saying that, hey, you may want to start winding down. Which sucks, but, it has to do with the heart and all that other bullshit. So we'll see what happens. You guys are awesome as always. Love hanging out with you guys. There'll be a longer show tomorrow. I'll make sure I have a lot more energy somehow. Anyway, you all have a wonderful night, and I will see you all tomorrow.